We just hit 20,000 subscribers, y'all. 20,000 subscribers today after 21 years as a channel, after 18 years of partnership. We are officially here on day, 39 of our poll? Day 21, 27, 28, 29. And let's get that working. So, who will be president in 2028? Day 29 of poll. And let's check out those Kelce odds. Let's get this show on the road, y'all. Kelce odds are in. And it looks like right now we are sitting pretty. Marco Rubio, number one. Marco Rubio with one win. He's only got one win so far. Number two with 18% chance, J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance. And J.D. Vance has got, I think, 21 wins, right? Yeah, 21 wins. And then we got Gavin Newsom with 6 wins. And then in fourth place, Kamala Harris. Get your votes in now. The show is on the road, y'all. Oh my God. Here we go. Let's get it all. Let's get it going. Today's going to be fun. We're just going to play some video games for the most part. Got a few JD Vancers, JD Vansons.
Guys, good evening. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming along today. Had a really good event with the Air Force Academy graduates. Really proud of those guys. I think they're going to do great. And just a really cool thing. I mean, one of the real highlights of my job. So I was happy to be there with them. And, hopefully they have a good time celebrating with their families tonight. Questions?
Yes, I hope you got a chance to ice your hands. That was a lot of hand shaking up there on the stage.
It's funny. The hand shaking was less painful than the salutes. When you do 1,000 salutes right in a row, it actually stresses your shoulder a little bit. So it was like doing sun gods back in Marine Corps boot camp.
Mr. Vice President, on Iran, can you give us an update on where these negotiations are and when do you expect the President to sign this MOU?
Well, I think it's hard to say exactly when or if the President's going to sign the MOU. We're going back and forth on a couple of language points. I do think that we've made a lot of progress here. It's very clear that I think the Iranians, they want a deal, and they want to open the Straits of Hormuz. We want them to open the Straits of Hormuz. There are a couple of issues on the nuclear stuff, the highly enriched stockpile, and also the question of enrichment. So, we're going back and forth with them. We do think they're negotiating, at least so far, in good faith, and we're making some progress. Hopefully, we'll continue to make progress. The President will be in a position where he can endorse the agreement, but obviously, that's still TBD.
Now that we believe that Iran is negotiating in good faith. But why do we believe that the ceasefire is holding when we keep on intercepting missiles that keep on striking?
Well, these ceasefires are always a little messy. And sometimes the guys at the lower level aren't communicating with the guys at the top level. Sometimes people make mistakes. But even when the ceasefire is holding, as we've seen, not just in Iran, but all over the world, sometimes these things have little flare-ups. I think our approach has been to enforce the ceasefire, to defend ourselves when fired upon. The President's been very clear that if we're fired upon, we're going to fire back. But if you compare the conflict now to where it was 5-6 weeks ago, I think the President's ceasefire is very much holding.
And a quick follow-up on, you discussed the nuclear enrichment. Does that mean that Iran is open to putting on paper something regarding either removing the enriched premium from the country or allowing it to get diluted or doing something with it in this agreement right now?
Yeah, we'll see, right? I mean, part of what we're trying to do here is really set the stage for a successful negotiation. There are certain details that are going to have to be figured out that are going to take a little bit of time to figure out. I mean, just take, for example, even if you come to an agreement on, let's say, destroying the enriched stockpile, how do you do it? When do you do it? How do you actually get access to it? As the president said repeatedly, we did very effectively bury that stuff very deeply underground. So there are a lot of details to work out. But what I mean is I think we're making progress. We're getting to a point where we could potentially sit down and settle these issues. But that requires us to make a little bit more progress. I can't guarantee that we're going to get there, but right now I feel pretty good about it.
Has there ever been concerns that the U.S. is being strung along by Iran?
Well, I think there's always a concern whenever you're in a negotiation that the other party is not actually going to meet up their obligation. They're actually not going to satisfy their end of the obligation. But all you can do is try to verify, right? We try to get things in a position where we're getting a good win for the American people. You don't take anything on faith, even the guarantee that they not build or procure a nuclear program, which is something they have agreed to. We're going to have to verify that over time. So I think there's always a concern that the negotiating party is not going to meet their end of the bargain. So that's why we have verification processes in place. I will say, and this is my last comment on this, if you look at what we've already accomplished here, assuming that we're able to get to a final agreement here, we're reopening the Straits of Hormuz. We've already decimated their conventional military, and we're in a position where we could substantially set back their nuclear program, not just during the term of this president, but over the long term. That's a very, very good thing for the American people. So we're not there yet, but we're very close, and we're going to keep on working at it. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
All right, that's JD Vance in our first 5 minutes of the day. Now make sure you guys get in on our poll of the day. Double tap, hit that like button, spawn more people into the live chat. We're just getting started right now. 5 minutes into our poll, 6 votes in. Marco Rubio pulling ahead. Oh, wait, no, JD Vance now in first. 43% right now of the vote in there right now. And let's go to JD Vance, and he speaks at this commencement address at the U.S. Air Force Academy. I believe so also that the NBA Finals right now are on as well. Right now we have San Antonio 6, Oklahoma City 2. If San Antonio loses this game, it is game over for them.
To the 2026 graduating class of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs,
City
Colorado.
Wins,
the vice president talked about the legacy of the academy.
I hate when it does that. If Oklahoma City wins tonight, they will go on to play the Knicks. If not, then San Antonio will have the chance in Game 7. The historic Knicks, because it's an historic Knicks one, because Donald Trump already said that he's going to actually go to one of the NBA final games at Madison Square Garden.
Graduating class of the
1998 was the last time the Knicks were in the finals.
U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs,
Finals might
Colorado.
start tonight, guys.
The vice president talked about the legacy
We'll
of the
keep it up on
academy
the score.
and touched on the role of artificial intelligence in the military.
Please. Thank you. Well, first, thank you to Secretary Mink for the kind introduction. And let me just say, it's real brave of the Secretary to take pot shots at the Marines while surrounded by this level of air support. I put in my remarks this morning how wonderful it is to be here on this beautiful morning in Colorado Springs. And that's a note to the Vice President and the Vice President's speechwriters to check the weather before you make a big speech. That's my first piece of advice.
Okay.
In all seriousness,
awkward as fuck right now, man.
I am particularly
bro tried to crack a joke and just bomb.
To be honored today by this welcome and this kindness some of the people who make it possible for me to do my job, to make it possible for me to be Vice President of the United States, are proud airmen and guardians. The people who run Dover Air Force Base, the people who pilot and crew Air Force 2, the staff at my house, the person who delivered me my daily intelligence briefing, they are proud to be airmen or proud to be guardians, and I'm proud to be here with you today. Without fail, they are skilled and brilliant and professional and kind, the very best of us, just like you. And today we celebrate not just you, not just the completed journey, but importantly, we celebrate something far more important. That today you become commissioned officers and leaders of the great patriots that I interact with every single day. If they are the best of our nation, they are now under the charge of every single person who graduates from this great academy. You all should be proud, and I hope you are, proud of what you've accomplished, proud of what you've endured, but you should also be sobered by the extraordinary responsibility our nation now entrusts to you. Indeed, so impressed am I with this group and the service that you lead that I'm hiring a member of this very class for a summer internship after graduation. So, Cadet Tang, where are you? Raise your hand. Consider this your very first meeting with the new boss. Congratulations. Don't screw it up. Now, all of you celebrate a journey that started not just 4 years ago, but decades before that. And so I particularly want to welcome the people who made you who you are. The friends, the family, the faculty, the loved ones, and of course, the other distinguished guests who were honored to be joined here today. So I'd like to thank Secretary Mink in thanking several particular folks for being here. General Cruiser and Mrs. Cindy Wilsbach, thank you all. General Chance and Mrs. Jennifer Stoltzman, thank you guys for being here. And last but certainly not least, Lieutenant General Tony and Mrs. Tricia Bowenfine, thank you all. And I should also note that we're joined by another special guest. So honored and so proud of you that...
All right, and now we are 10 minutes into our poll of the day, guys. Make sure you double tap, hit that like button, start the chat. There's no chats today. Come on, guys, let's get the chat going. Throw your goddamn conversations down. Let's keep it going. JD Vance in the lead right now. Marco Rubio and Gavin Newsom both with 25%, 24 votes in, 12 minutes into our poll. Let's jump in now to the NYC mayor making a housing announcement.
Ready to bring your life.
Affordable housing initiatives. Live here on C-SPAN.
Who is here with us? Our Deputy Mayor for Housing and Planning, Layla Bozarg. Our City Planning Director, Sadea Sherman. Our HPD Deputy Commissioner, Patrick Love. And NYSAFA President and CEO, Carlina Rivera. As well as housing advocates and affordable housing developers who are joining us today. New York City is facing one of the most severe housing crises in American history. We are here today, elected officials, developers, and working New Yorkers alike, because we all share the same core belief that the only way to overcome this crisis is by building more affordable housing, and lots of it. And yet for decades, Government has made it harder to build affordable housing through bureaucracy and through red tape. My friends, we are bringing that era to an end. New York City will build, and then New York City will build some more. 2 days ago, I stood before a crowd of New Yorkers, tenants and homeowners, and announced our housing plan, block by block. It is the most ambitious housing plan New York City has seen for affordable housing in generations. And it will allow us to build at the scale this crisis requires by cutting red tape and providing the investment needed to break ground. We will invest $22 billion over 5 years to build 200,000 affordable homes, preserve 200,000 more, all while making it easier to build
I don't know,
housing
man.
of all
Who's it going to
kinds
be? Who's it
across
going
our
to be,
city.
right?
To do so, we will partner with the private sector and use every tool at our disposal, including, but not limited to, direct subsidy, zoning changes, and new financing tools. We will invest nearly $5 billion in the next 2 years into HPD's new construction capital budget to subsidize projects including housing for seniors and 100% affordable housing for low-income New Yorkers. And we will pursue the meaningful zoning, regulatory, and land use reforms
Anybody that
that
believes
will
what he says
unlock
is
our
retarded?
building capacity.
Maybe.
One standout example of these
Probably.
reforms is the Affordable Housing Fast Track, which was overwhelmingly approved by voters last November. It will shorten the review process to make it easier to build affordable housing in the neighborhoods with the fewest affordable homes. We will also advance zoning changes, the likes of which we have already begun along White Plains Road in the Bronx and along McDonald and Coney Island Avenues in Brooklyn. These key corridors already offer ready access to trains and buses, but their development has long been limited by restrictive zoning, making it harder to build and harder to afford a home. And we will pursue further zoning changes to develop more transit-oriented development citywide. An affordable home does not mean much if you cannot get to the job that pays those bills. We will leverage city-owned land to build both 100% affordable and mixed-income housing, always utilizing the option that helps us build the most affordable housing possible. And we will accelerate these projects with tools like ELERP and the Neighborhood Builders Fast Track, which can cut 2 years off the pre-development process. We are also exploring new strategies to help developers build as much as possible. One of these strategies will develop a revolving loan fund for shovel-ready developments that need a little extra help to find that financing. Finally, we will reduce operations costs for existing affordable housing providers by investing $100 million to back a new, lower-cost insurance program in 2027. These are a lot of changes, but each of them matters. We are here, just down the street from Howlett's North, where both market rate and affordable homes will soon rise. 4 years ago, Councilmember Caban recognized the need for more housing, even at a time when many in our city did not. She made the necessary rezoning happen, fighting for deeper affordability and more family-sized apartments along the way. She laid that foundation, and now we build on it. We know from other cities the difference that thoughtful planning, careful zoning, and direct municipal financing can make. Vienna, Austin, Minneapolis, Seattle, and Auckland. Let the lessons other cities have learned guide our future.
Talking about?
Let our size be our strength. Let us implement these policies at scale. Let the largest city in the nation deliver the largest housing transformation this country has ever seen. Thank you very much.
Let us be. Let us be. Okay.
And now with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce the New Yorker who will be at the head of these changes, our Deputy Mayor, Layla Bozarg.
Let us be, let us be. All right. Back to our poll of the day, guys. As it is every day, make sure you double tap, hit that like button, hit subscribe. 17 minutes into our poll, 47 votes in, and JD Vance coming away with it. Rubio, again for a second day in a row, though, in second place. Let's go back now. Oh, wait. First, let's check in on the game. 14-14, San Antonio and Oklahoma tied. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And back to JD Vance.
We have our great Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright. Chris, thank you for being here, and thank you for your lovely wife for being here to honor our airmen.
Get them out of America.
But most of all, I want to thank the families who are with us this morning. The young men and women we honor today deserve a tremendous amount of praise. But they know as well as I do that the seeds of many of their finest qualities were ultimately planted by all of you in the bleachers. And to our new officers, my second piece of advice is to show a spirit of gratitude above all to the people who made you who you are. That will make you better airmen, it will make you better guardians, and it will make you better leaders. When you're tired, remember the father or the mother who worked an extra shift to give you a little bit extra. When you're frustrated with someone under your command, and that will happen, remember the time a grandparent or a school teacher showed you patience and grace that you didn't deserve. To the loved ones gathered here today, we will never forget that our nation's airmen and guardians were your sons and daughters long before they were ours. So I hope you take pride in what they've become, and know this: the administration will always have your back, just as these new officers have ours. Now, without further ado, class of 2026, you've survived the academy.
F-35 still have technical issues?
You've conquered the 6-mile ruck out to Jack's Valley and back. You flung yourself off the 10M, or from even higher up in the rafters. You overcame Astro 310. Endless racetracks. And this is a little surprising to me. Even a herd of wild hogs set loose near Fairchild Hall. Now, who is responsible for setting loose the wild hogs in Fairchild Hall? A few timid hands went up. Those are the future politicians.
Take the blame. Take the blame.
Transgression sweat it out or
Do you know he had relations with
now
furniture?
Now is a good time to fall back.
I did hear about that.
Tradition and announce
unsubstantiated
that I hereby grant amnesty to all cadets serving restrictions and confinements for Category 1 and 2 offenses. Class of 2026, you have never passed up an opportunity to prove your gumption to the world. All of you learned how to drop everything and get to inspection-ready condition in exactly 5 minutes and 23 seconds. But beneath all the crazy stories and experiences, something serious and profound happened on this campus over the last 4 years.
From Ohio, you can't trust them?
Over that time, this institution has been preparing you to inherit one of the greatest military traditions in the world.
Okay.
And that's not an exaggeration.
What a schmuck.
This academy has a long and storied history. It inculcates some of the finest and most timeless values of our armed services: integrity, service, excellence. And you are the latest generation to join the proud, unbroken lineage, that strong blue line. You are its newest members.
Vance will be the next president.
But one of the defining characteristics of American air power, and now space power, has always been its willingness to evolve alongside the nation it protects and the threats that we confront. You pay homage to the great tradition, but you also innovate for the future. There's a phrase in the military, and I've heard it a lot, which is, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. You've probably heard it so many times by now.
Our next president,
that it barely registers.
another spineless coward MAGA.
I heard it a lot when I was in the Marine Corps.
Evening, Ronnie.
But I've heard it more in the last 18 months.
All right. Good evening, Ronnie. Welcome back. We just hit 20,000 subscribers officially, so thank you, Ronnie, for being part of the last month and a half of that. Really appreciate it. Double tap, everybody. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Send more people into the algorithm for our poll of the day. 23 minutes into our poll. 73 votes in. And JD Vance is coming away with it. And it looks like Marco Rubio is still in second place for that potential runoff. Moving forward, we're not going to say day 29 of poll or day 30 of poll. We're going to count down the amount of days to the election. And just so everybody knows, right now, can I edit this? I'm not allowed to edit it. When I do the runoff, I will, though. But right now, we are 894 days away from the election. There's like a movie on miniseries on JD Vance when he is in the youth. You lost, just face it, loser. 20K, yes, 20K. Woo-hoo, Ronnie, I'm gonna pin your ass for a minute, man, because yes, 20K. Appreciate all of you that joined before the 20K. 20K happened about 6 p.m. today, so if you were there before and weren't just thrown in the algorithm, love you. If you're just getting thrown into the algorithm right now, hit subscribe, hit like, send more people into the algorithm for our poll of the day. And let's get back to Mr. Zohamandahani when he has some questions maybe at the end of this thing. Let's see. Or maybe he won't. Oh, no, there we go. And let's see. Pull it back up. All right.
All right, we'll start with some on topics on the project. We'll start with Joniki right here and just wait for the microphone, please.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. We're pretty close to the Durst organization's Hallett's Point project. 2 years ago, that developer said that they wouldn't move forward with the final phase of that project because they argued it was too costly to build under the construction wages required under the 45X tax break. So I'm wondering if you've had any conversations with the Durst organization and if you have any thoughts on sort of the criticism of 45X from the real estate industry.
Yeah, I think I'll just first say broadly that we are looking at every measure that we can deliver on to ensure that it is easier to build in this city. And in conversations with developers across the 5 boroughs, one of the critiques that we have also heard is that of the timeline.
He's way better than
that it
Diaper
takes.
Trump.
And so one of the reasons that we've been so passionate in our support for SECRA reform, as well as in ensuring that the speed task force was not just one that was given the directive to make its assessments, but then also the financial backing and the executive budget to implement those recommendations, is that we could cut down what were 2-year processes into less than 8 months, that we could cut down the 211 days it would take on average to move a tenant into a vacant unit and make that less than 100 days. I will pass it over to my Deputy Mayor, Bozard, to speak to a few additional details.
I'll just note that we are in active discussions with the Durst organization. I met with some folks last week. The phase that has not yet closed on financing here actually qualifies for the extension, the 421A extension. So it's not caught up in concerns around 485X. They are working to put financing together to move the project forward. So that's the status of this, the remaining phase here. And the earlier phases, of course, have already produced over 1,000 units of housing, a good portion of which is affordable, including a 100% affordable project.
Other questions on the project? Monica?
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, how are you?
Affordable housing, and that has been something that New Yorkers have been hearing for many years. Yes. And the plan is to keep New Yorkers from moving out.
Chat is unhinged.
How do you
absolutely already
plan on
gone?
Keeping New Yorkers from moving out?
Can't even, like, 5 minutes in and I'm already trying to have it to skip half the fucking things y'all are saying.
Because of this plan, let's say this year. That's my first question. The second is, are you planning to attend the NBA Finals, and what's your reaction to President Trump possibly?
Yeah. So just so you guys know, Trump announced yesterday that he will go to Madison Square Garden and he will be attending at least one of the Knicks Finals games. Now we have the mayor of New York being asked the same question. Will he attend a Knicks game? If he says no at this point, that's insane. But if he says yes, very anti-commie of him.
Thank you.
I'll say
it's the question we all want to answer to too, which is kind of what's interesting. Like, we don't really give a shit. We do. We want to know if the mayor of New York is going to show up to a Knicks game. We want to know if the president of the United States is going to show up to the NBA Finals for the Knicks. That's what Americans want to fucking know. And when it came to Daddy Trump, he did it. Will Mondani do it?
one of the few things the president and I
agree
on is not just that New York City is the greatest city in the world, but that we do want the Knicks to win the championship. And I can tell you in this city, the level of excitement across the 5 boroughs, it's like nothing many of us have seen for some time, and that's because of the fact that the last time we were in the finals, it was 1999. Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca was #1 in the charts. And we are so excited. You know, I'm hoping that Spurs and OKC just keep going to double OT and they take it to a Game 7 and they're exhausted by the end of this. When it comes to your question, you know, I think what makes this plan remarkable is not its language, but frankly the commitments behind that language. We're talking about nearly $5 billion in investments over just the next 2 years alone. We're speaking about $22 billion over 5 years, $5.6 billion to NYCHA, to public housing residents. These are some of the largest commitments that we've seen either ever or in decades. And what's so critical to us is that we want to make clear that the choices that New Yorkers have been told they have to make, those are in fact not the choices we have to make any longer. It doesn't just have to be between whether you want to build more housing or you want to preserve the housing that is affordable today. We can in fact have a debate over the fact of how quickly can we do both of these things. We want this to be a city where it's the easiest city to build in this country and the easiest city to organize as a tenant in this country. And so the nature of that financial backing, that's what makes this distinct, as well as the fact that we are...
Somebody in the chat give me the answer. Did he say yes? Did he say that he was going to go to the game or not? Is he going to the fucking Knicks game or not? If he's not going to the Knicks game, shittiest mayor ever. Trump said he will be at the NBA Finals. We may be waiting for Game 7, though, because right now, at the end of the first quarter, 39 seconds left in the first quarter, San Antonio does lead Oklahoma City Thunder 30-22. Couldn't they hold on? If Oklahoma City wins tonight, it's over. If not, Game 7 on Saturday. All right, let's go back to Mr. Vance after we check in on our poll of the day. With 30 minutes into our poll, 109 votes in, and JD Vance sitting pretty at number 1, but our number 2 is a split, 21-21 on Marco Rubio and Gavin Newsom. That's the first time that has happened. Back to Mr. JD Vance.
And it's taken on new meaning because I've come to think that particular phrase explains something much larger than battlefield tactics. People like predictability. We like systems and routines and plans because they create the feeling that the future has already been negotiated on our behalf. It's easy. And so we build strategic frameworks and technical models.
Somebody tell me, did he say he was going to the game? I'm pretty sure he said he wasn't,
moving
right?
confidently across maps all over the world. And for a little while, at least, it works. The world feels orderly. But then something crazy happens. It's called reality. Adversaries surprise you. Your plan falls through overnight. Some asshole cuts you off in the middle.
Yo, Vice President of the United States saying the asshole at a commencement speech for the Air Force. Fucking gotta love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I'm only saying I'm loving it because, like, we could have somebody that's here that, like, does not represent, you know, it's just cool. It's cool because he said the word asshole, okay?
Of an operation and makes your blood pressure skyrocket, but you can't panic and you can't overreact, not even if it's 3 in the morning. And members of the class of 2026, you are graduating into one of those eras where that reality, that unpredictability of warfare is becoming impossible to ignore. Now, your nation, your vice president, and the president of the United States who sends his very best, we ask you to apply that same adaptability, that same innovation that you learned at this academy to an entirely new era of warfare, one shaped by autonomous systems, AI, and cyber operations. Technologies evolving far faster than military institutions have historically been accustomed to.
Oi, oi, oi.
Now, some of you will operate in the air, some in cyber, and some in space. Many of you will hold jobs that would have sounded like science fiction to graduates of this academy even 20 years ago. But the roles you're about to take are dead serious, and they are not science fiction. They are now reality.
Stop it.
Because our adversaries are studying this country every day. They're studying our military doctrine. They're studying our industrial capacity. They're studying our political divisions, our attention span,
We're talking about the JD?
and new graduates. They are studying you. One of the defining facts for this particular class is that nobody can tell you the skills that you learned over the last 4 years will remain theoretical. They will become very practical and very real very soon. Airmen and Guardians are serving their nation overseas right now. Across Operation Epic Fury, Absolute Resolve, Southern Spear, and Midnight Hammer, they've excelled in executing unimaginably challenging missions under real-world combat conditions. And time after time, they've made us proud. They've accomplished things that the rest of the world quite literally thought were impossible. Trust me, I've seen the intelligence reports. Your predecessors have done things that other people thought were impossible, and they did them anyway. And those...
JDTM. That's a good one. Never trust a man who wears makeup.
Those adversaries woke up to realize that what they thought was impossible had been accomplished by our airmen and guardians. You had done them anyway. Now, when the president needs options, it's our Air Force and our Space Force who provide them, redefining what is possible mission after mission through sheer human daring. It is American air power that allows us to penetrate denied airspace and strike critical targets across enormous distances with speed, efficiency, and precision. And when the president says he will not allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon, it is the men and women you will join in just 60 days who give force to that promise and to that guarantee.
All right, guys, if you're just joining us right now, make sure you double tap, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You send more people like you into the algorithm for our poll of the day. Our poll of the day, as it is every day, day 29 of our poll, JD Vance leading 45%, Mr. Gavin Newsom in second place with 22%, 132 votes in 36 minutes into our poll. Back to the New York mayor. But first, let's double check on New York's opponent in a few days for the Knicks. San Antonio leading in the second quarter 37-24. Second quarter, 10 minutes and 53 seconds left in Game 6 of the Western Finals. Back to Zoran Mandani.
With regulatory, procedural, and positional reform within city government to start to unlock the question of how easy it is to build.
If you ever feel stupid, remember there are still people who support Trump.
Thank you.
Any other housing questions before we move to off topic?
Depends on the day. Depends on how I feel.
I was wondering if you could talk about, pushing these nonprofit-owned, tenant-owned developments when historically some of these projects have failed. The Attorney General has rated most co-ops in the city as high risk. Could you touch on, what this program is planning to do differently, and why you think this will turn out differently?
36% exactly.
Thank you. Yes, I think at the core of it, it is a belief from city government that if you are not maintaining your responsibilities as a landlord, the city will step in.
There's more people that support Trump than there are
Democrats. We are talking about
Democrats.
programs, many of which have existed before, but frankly that have not been invested in. And we are committed to empowering our housing enforcement teams, whether HPD or the law department, to protect tenants. The other day on Tuesday, when I was asked about a specific landlord this happens to also be a landlord of a building where there was an active beehive within the building. That's the level of disrepair that New Yorkers have been forced to live with. And when nonprofits or tenants are in a position to...
Yeah, but like, why are they living in a beehive-infested fucking apartment? Shouldn't you be like stopping shit like that?
To take over those responsibilities, we're going to make sure that they are equipped to do a better job than the current landlord who's violating housing.
Job, yeah.
I've got time for some off topics as well. Thank you so much to our speakers.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, we'll start with Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Sorry,
How are you? Sorry, just to hear you.
Another question about President Trump. So if he comes to the championship games, since you and he have this in common that you want them to win, you agree on that, would you sit with President Trump?
Ooh. Oh my God, these fucking questions are, that's the thing. At the end of the day, like, goddamn, whoever is asking these questions, brilliant. Because these are the questions we really, truly want answers to as an American, like, constituents. That's what we want. We don't want some, like, nonsense bullshit. Where's the money coming from? Oh, it's coming from blah, 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 for your blah, 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 blah. No. Are you sitting next to Daddy Trump at the finals at Madison Square Garden, or aren't you?
And can you explain your answer?
You know, if the president comes to watch the Knicks, I'll leave the president to watch the Knicks as he wants to watch the Knicks. You know, I've been lucky enough to go to a few games this season. Recently, I was at a game with the Public Advocate. It was lovely to...
What a bitch answer. It was very easy to not ruin this. What a softball layup. Completely strikes out at the batter's box. Bro, it's this simple. If Donald Trump wants to come and support the Knicks in our city, I would love to sit next to him. I would love to sit next to the President of the United States and show him how beautiful and amazing Madison Square Garden and the Knicks are now that I'm in charge. Put all the victory on you, my guy. What are we doing here? You're so worried about sitting next to Daddy Trump that you're literally going to look like a little bitch?
Be in the nosebleeds, and we'll see where I end up in the future. But I'll be sure to let you know once I know.
All right, Josie.
Hey, Josie, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Happy to be in Astoria.
Same.
Yeah.
So the class size delay didn't make it into the state budget, and this is because your administration didn't propose language for that. I guess if this is a big priority for your administration, you're balancing the budget in part on that delay, why not get it in somewhere in this 2-month delay?
So this continues to be a priority for us, and we've been in conversations with partners in organized labor as well as those in Albany, all of whom had been leaders on the class size mandate. And we are an administration that is distinct in the fact that we actually want to fulfill this and ensure that the spirit of the law is one that we are delivering on, where we have students who have an easier time in learning in our classrooms and teachers who have an easier time teaching in our classrooms because of those ratios that it will deliver. We're confident of the fact that these conversations will continue and we'll be able to deliver an actual timeline that New Yorkers can hold us accountable to on this.
We'll go to Kelly and then Annie.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
How's it going?
Good. I wanted to ask you, well, first, this is a great view, but I wanted to ask you about your commission, your Charter Revision Commission. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Coj. Okay, great. Thank you. Tell us why you decided to start your own commission instead of just taking over the commission that was there, because you had 2 appointments and you could have put in a chair. I also want to ask you, follow up to Trump going to the Knicks game. Do you believe that he's
Why? See, that's what I mean. Why is he giggling at that question every time? And this is the 3rd separate reporter locally in New York that is asking you about the President of the United States going to the Knicks game. And you somehow are going to walk up here like you have no idea what's going on. You have no answers. Oh, little fucking humble Mr. Mayor of New York City will sit up in the balcony. Shut the fuck up. You have the same schedule access as he does, if not better. Literally, the Long Island Railroad is built underneath Madison Square Garden. You really don't think he doesn't have the owner of Madison Square Garden on speed dial? I'm not saying you go out of your way, but if you wanted to show up It's not like they're going to say you have to pay $50 and sit up on the balcony. The only reason you would do that is optics. If you called anybody at Madison Square Garden and said, I want to go to a Knicks game because Donald Trump is going to be there. I want to say hello to the president because I'm the mayor of this fucking town that he's in. They would say, no problem. We'll have that scheduled out for you immediately. The wormy, slimy, weird communist version of this, ew. And I hope the Knicks win so that New York can see how communist they've become. Because if the Knicks win, imagine the gay-ass parade. Imagine the non-funded communist parade that this stupid weasel will try to pull out for the Knicks if they win the NBA Finals. Everyone in New York will be flipping the fuck out for weeks. They will be throwing orange and blue off their balcony for weeks. But this little dweeb, the person in charge of the entire city, I guarantee you, he's going to do some communist bullshit and ruin their celebration. So I really do kind of hope that the Knicks win. Because watch Daddy Trump be a better supporter of the Knicks than the mayor himself.
Actually a fan, and do you think that he might be a bad luck charm for the team?
It's a good question.
I'm not going to
why can't
do
you
any
answer?
analysis of the president's fandom. I will
you
say
should.
That anyone who wants to come and watch the Knicks and pray that Landry keeps making those threes and we see Captain Clutch out there on the court, I think everybody should be welcome there.
What are we doing?
I can tell you that it feels like the thing that's on everybody's minds across the 5 boroughs, and we're incredibly excited for, we hope to
Yeah, it's the thing on all our minds. So why would you not think that you're going to get questions about it? You little dweeb. Wake up in America. Wake up. In America. Wake up, you're in America. Sports fucking matter in the biggest city in America. You stupid Muslim fucking retard. What the fuck is this? I'm giving away some free tickets to the FIFA Cup plus travel via Boston, New Jersey. If the president wants to come to a Knicks game, he can come to a Knicks game. Bring back de Blasio! Bring back the COVID cheeseburger! Bring back the America I love!
Run 1999 back with a different result. Let's see how it goes with Spurs and OKC.
This guy.
You've got me lost thinking about the Knicks. Can you remind me what your first question
was?
Yes. Look, I think last fall, New Yorkers made it abundantly clear that they wanted to move on from the prior administration, from its priorities and its pursuits. And in taking this decision, we are bringing what was an extension of that prior administration to an end. And we are instead delivering on something that we know many New Yorkers and, frankly, many Americans care about, which is government efficiency. Now,
Bro, your
Elon
supremacy
Musk
is showing, especially when you threw out the Muslim slur.
So many people across
what
this
was
country,
the Muslim slur? Being Muslim? Retard? Retard's a Muslim slur? Is that calling him Muslim? Calling him a Muslim retard mayor? What part of this is a slur against Muslims? I would like to know.
Want to see a government that is more efficient. He used that as a justification to simply slash and burn so much of the services that Americans rely on. What we are speaking about is a sincere fulfillment of a vision that ensures that city government
Talk about the Knicks.
operating with the same level of focus that a working class New Yorker is when they're trying to balance their bills.
Flash flooded him.
And that means looking at the processes we have, that means looking at the procedures of city government, and that means looking at anything we can do to deliver a more efficient and more excellent government.
Hey now. Can't be putting threats out there. We're going to put you in a 15-minute timeout, my guy. I'm sorry. Because I read that one out loud.
In New York City, you can always
expect
understand. Some kind of
I'll put 5 minutes on
you.
You got to understand, I read all the comments out loud, so do not make actual threats in your comments, because then I'm reading the comments out loud. And then people look back at it and they go, oh, why is he just saying that? And it's like, it's because I was reading some person putting something stupid in my chat.
Decision that you make, but I'm confident
in
both the decision that we've made as well as the legal team that we have around us.
Help me out, my guy.
Hi, Mayor. How are you?
20K subscribers. We finally got here. Don't
Also,
make
a
me
couple
lose.
questions off the commission. First off, is this something that you think would have been necessary outside of your desire to end the past mayor's commission? And then second, you mentioned that Elon Musk sort of name inspiration here. Is there anything about Doge that you admired and are trying to emulate with this, or is it purely just a catchy name?
It's just the name.
Okay.
And
it's just the name. Woo! Okay.
It should have been.
What it should have been?
Government efficiency, these are words that somehow have been understood as if they are Republican priorities, when in fact they are the priorities of anyone who believes in the public sector. And yet Elon Musk took that language.
And yet you are giving away free tickets to the World Cup rather than giving public transport for free to the World Cup.
And used it to cut as many jobs that...
Creating a Hunger Games lottery to be able to go to a fucking FIFA game in New Jersey. Meanwhile, everyone has to pay double for the bus that weekend.
Were as critical as possible for so many of the neediest people across the country and across the world.
Make it make sense.
Ours is going to be a focus on actually delivering efficiency, not as a byword for cutting services, but actually a sincere commitment to efficiency. And we firmly believe not only in closing the last chapter of city government, but in starting the new one. The proposals that Coj will be looking at will be ones that we view as critical to unlocking the full potential of city government. We've seen today that we're discussing a number of our plans that are only possible thanks to the votes that New Yorkers cast this last fall. And we're looking forward to continuing to ensure that any tool at our disposal that we could use to build more housing, that we could use to be more efficient in our operations, those are the tools that we want to
talking about the Knicks more. Bro's not going to get reelected. Don't know America from America. It's America.
Jack
Jesus Christ wasn't white.
How's it going, Jack?
Good.
Yeah, Jesus Christ did love the Knicks, though.
We ran into each other on the street.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Kathy Wild on the commission, Mark Shaw, these are names that the business community knows.
Quick question about
the Knicks. Are you looking for efficiencies that will relate to the private sector at all?
Excuse me, a quick question about the Knicks.
City government. Are you looking to cut red tape? Is this going to impact business in the city?
We are looking to make it easier for New Yorkers to demand excellence from city government. And at the same time, as we look through that, if there are any examples that are clear that could help to unlock potential of the private sector in delivering those same kinds of results, I offer to you as an example, you look at the speed task force. A lot of their findings, yes, they have to do with the public sector. Some of them also have to do with how to make it easier for the private sector to develop and build housing here in the city. So I would say that the overarching directive here is efficiency and ensuring that New Yorkers can come to expect the most excellent city government and the most excellent city that they could find in the country.
Thank you. That's all the time we have.
Thank you so much.
Of course Jesus was white. He was a Neanderthal, obviously. Okay, guys. Back to our poll of the day. Double tap that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button so that you can spawn in more people for our poll of the day, as it is every day. 51 minutes left, or 9 minutes left in our poll of the day. 208 votes. JD Vance coming away with it. Gavin Newsom in second place, just barely, 22%. So if you want, get your friends, get your Marco friends in here. Get your Marco friends in here for the runoff, my guys. And back to JD Vance.
Now, because you will keep your end of the bargain with bravery and skill and...
Ben Shapiro is half Mexican, half Ecuadorian.
Dedication.
We all know this.
You should expect some things out of your civilian leadership, out of the president, the vice president, the secretary of war. This is why we've put...
No, it's the kettle calling the pot fat, because I'm fat and you're not black, so shut up.
Push forward with the F-47 and the Golden Dome and any number of new and advanced technologies. It's why the president has made improving military quality of life such a central focus. Why he's insistent on increasing the defense budget to $1.5 trillion,
Mega forever, baby.
and why he's proud to support pay raises,
sarcastic.
new barracks,
I'm at the point where
new hospitals, and new schools on base.
I'm pretty sure that's what I was
We want you to be supported
somebody's definitely
so
taking
that
it
you
seriously.
can focus on the fight
MAGA
and
delusional
focus
call.
on winning.
MAGA delusional call. MAGA's delusional call. There's a discussion on comedy and free speech. Should I check it out, guys?
And you're entering an Air Force.
I am
maybe the thing the president and I
very scared of that one.
Is that we've seen extraordinary recruitment numbers. The men and women you will lead in the Air Force, in the Space Force, are passionate, they are ready to go, they are excited to serve, and they will look to you for the leadership of the future. The mission that we will ask them to do under your leadership will showcase the strength, the ingenuity, and especially the sound moral judgment of our warfighters. And I want to tell you that I saw this ingenuity very real when we had this incredible mission where the 494th Fighter Squadron lost a couple of pilots downed in Iran. Now, we knew they were alive. We didn't know exactly where they were. The first confirmation that both crew members' beacons were active actually happened about a day after these pilots, or the second pilot, I should say, went down. And there was this period where we were worried that maybe he wasn't alive, and then this moment of joy when we realized that he was. But that moment of joy, that moment of celebration lasted very shortly, because we knew we had somebody behind enemy lines that we had to go rescue. Now, your Air Force, your future force, went in there and did the impossible, sent airplanes into places where no one thought they could land.
Oh, shit. AOC's live right now. What's going on with this? Let's go check back at the game. 53-43. San Antonio still up. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Check in live on Mrs. AOC. She's right here.
Oftentimes, companies
assembled helicopters on site and went and retrieved an American pilot behind enemy lines. One of the most daring and amazing things that I've ever seen.
Did she speak yet? The fuck is this? Oh God, guys.
Hello, Ms.
I was talking to Sam earlier when I was kind of got to have a VIP treatment.
20K today, guys. What a treat.
I said, Sam, in the old ancient times, this must have been how our
This guy's
warriors
opening up for
felt
AOC, bro.
when we were getting ready to go to war. Our ancient warriors. Look at this crowd. We had music. We have support. Wow, impressive. I feel blessed to be going to war with Sam and endorsing him. Kasitsanamansanapoa means I'm glad to be here with everybody.
Okay.
As a proud member of the Blackfeet Nation, a third-generation wildland firefighter, a past FMO, a forester, and someone who has spent years in tribal and state politics, I know what it means.
You know, the thing is...
But who live and model it every single day.
I hate it because it can't. They won't let me pause it. It's stupid. The thing is that, like, it's really ironic to see a man dressed like this at a American political rally. This is an American political rally, and this man is dressed this way.
Sam Forstag for the U.S. House of Representatives.
You're making fun of culture, typical idiot. I'm making fun of this culture showing up to an American political rally. Do you not know the cultures? The difference in the cultures? They don't really fit together.
Montana's first
it's kind of like showing up with a KKK outfit to a fucking RNC rally or something.
Who avoids us regular folks. I was in D.C. They shut the doors on me. Couldn't even get in there being a rep. They just, whatever. That ain't gonna work anymore.
Ain't gonna work no more. Okay, let's get to AFC.
And more than 115 leaving our friends apart. And who's got
Oh, here we go.
we're so
Here we go. Here's the lady. The queen of the hour. She shows up. Pop, pop, pop. It's because Kamala Harris got her spot in our thing today. All right, guys. I got to double check though first. Okay, 55-46. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Our poll of the day. 58 minutes left. 2-2-2. JD and Gavi is looking more and more likely. Got 2 minutes left on that guy. Let's pull her back to this one. Got to pull this back again because it won't. Let me do it. There we go. Bye.
Reunited and it feels so good.
I need him American president with the headdress. Must wear headdress. None of this fucking ice guy shit. Like the ice guy's a Native American president.
At our Fight the Oligarchy rally last year.
At the Fight the Oligarchy rally. All right, guys. She's in Montana right now.
Do we have any newcomers here as well? Love to see it. We love to see it, hear it, welcome, and we're so, so excited, and thank you all for welcoming back to your beautiful, beautiful state. Thank you. You know, I have to say the first time that
all right, going to keep the audio going, but I got to do the poll, I think. No, we're at 59 right now. Get your votes in, guys. 59 minutes.
The plane was descending through the clouds. And we started to see that first break, and you see the sky, and you see the line, you know, the mountains for the first time, and the beautiful landscape of this state. It genuinely took my breath away. It took my breath away. And immediately,
took her breath away.
When that happened, and I looked out that window, I understood what people meant when they talked about Montana and other places. It's something that you just can't possibly understand until you have that experience and you're here. And it is sacred and it is beautiful, and so much of
you think they
what
see your
you
bullshit?
all have done here and your history here and the culture here can be explained by that 5-second break below the clouds.
1 hour.
And
claimed it.
The more I've spent here, the more I've realized that that landscape, as gorgeous as it is, isn't even the half of it. Because what makes Montana so special is the people.
Who will be president in 2028?
Who refuse to let it go.
And we got 894 days till election.
We were last here together a year ago.
JD Vance.
7,500 people showed up. In
and
Little
Gavin Newsom with 6 wins.
Fight the oligarchy.
All right, guys,
And
there you go.
What was
Get
so
on that.
important and so special
The runoff
in that
is on.
time was that we were showing that hope can exist anywhere. And that there isn't a single pocket in this country that should be written off
Don't let her ruin
when it
that
comes
state.
to the people who are waking up and realizing that we, in this moment, are in the fight for our lives. We are. And it's why I'm here, and it's why we're all coming here together today. I'm very aware of the fact that I'm coming here as a New Yorker. And I know, understandably, that there's a lot of suspicion around a city girl.
Living in a fantasy world,
But
buddy.
I also think it's important for us to note that a lot of that is intended to divide us. Because what the folks and the big money don't want us to realize is that we're actually, and our struggles are far more common than our landscapes are different. You know, I was talking to Sam earlier today, and so many of us share similar issues and similar priorities. We want wages to be higher. We want our water to be clean. We don't want, you know, our water to be poisoned. We want to be able to work a job,
What is this nerd
one
stuff?
job, and have it afford
Do
a
something
living,
fun.
and be able to support our kids, and have a home, and
Bro,
go
I'm
on
on my
vacation,
phone.
and
That's
keep
how
something in your
play
pocket. And
Fortnite.
that's not too much to ask. It's really
I will be
not.
playing some for Forza Horizon, but I got to get through some AOC first, y'all.
And so I was talking to Sam because
Who is this, Bob?
while all of those commonalities
Oh dear
are
God,
so
no!
similar,
Please make it stop.
I generally tend to ask, you know, what are some of the particular issues that are especially resonant?
Now I know how to get my Republicans in the
one
crowd. You just put on
community.
AOC.
And Sam was talking to me about housing.
How do you get the TDS? You turn on Trump.
And
How do you get
I was
the Trump supporters? You turn on AOC.
As he went on and told me in great detail about how Montana is the #1 hardest hit and worst housing market
Communist.
in America.
These
And
idiots
I
are
was
clapping
shocked
for it.
to hear that as a New Yorker.
Yeah, worst housing market.
I
Yeah.
said, what? He said, yeah, when you
So in
look at
two
the
new
average
words,
cost of housing
Mon
pegged
antenna.
to the average wage and salary here, it's impossible. It's impossible. And what
So the
a
only
lot
way
of
we can
these
fix
folks
it
that are
to
dumping
vote for
in
me.
tons of money
Define
in
communism.
congressional races like these,
Steal, lie.
what they don't
do
understand, what they
nothing.
don't want us to see, is that the same forces that pushed my family out in New York City are the same forces that are pushing yours out here too. Our fight is far more united than
But
people
who are those forces?
even
Because you're
understand.
not pointing them out.
And, you know, a lot of people write off places like Montana. They say
Oh, do
that
they?
any race here is impossible. But last year when we came together, we saw thousands of people come together. And from all sorts of different backgrounds, all sorts of different stories. And whether we were in Utah or California or wherever we were, there were everyday people that started to raise their hand. You know, we're out in Utah. At that time, every single seat was drawn hopelessly red, or so they would say, right? But we came together and we rallied about it anyway, and I said, we come together because we must come together with the faith of a mustard seed. When we start working with one another, when we start building together, when we start watching each other's kids so the other can go out and organize the block.
The faith of a mustard
You
seed
never
thing, that
know
was
what can
literally
happen.
a Carter line.
And a
So
year
she's trying to be like
later,
Jimmy Carter now?
a judge struck down Utah's redistricting, and now they have a blue seat in play. And it's really not even about blue or red or
AOC,
any
marry
of
me,
that.
smart,
But
cute,
this is really about
competent,
people
my
who
dream
are
partner.
accountable to
Yikes,
everyday
bro.
working families.
Hey,
who don't
I have a
take
friend that
big
just jumped
money,
off a cliff. You
but
should try it.
take your voice and your input and put that in the halls of power.
When we start taking money from China,
Shortly after
pathetic.
we left that rally, we flew here to Montana, to Missoula, and we had that rally of 7,500 people. And there was a young man that introduced me. He was a union man, a wildland firefighter, the son of a public school teacher. And that man's name was Sam Forstag.
That's a gross oversimplification.
Now, we didn't know what was going to happen then. We were just a couple of folks getting together, talk about the issues of the day. But as it turns out, the momentum and the faith of coming together and organizing and refusing to give up created a window. And Sam decided to raise his hand and put his hat in the ring to run for Congress. Now, Sam has spent his life protecting this state and believes the people of Montana deserve a government that protects them too. Sam is a smoke jumper. And I had to learn what a smoke jumper was.
Oh, yeah.
As it turns out, it's one of the most dangerous jobs there is. I learned about how smoke jumpers parachute out of small planes into wildfires that other firefighters can't reach. And they work for days to keep the fire from reaching the next town. And let's talk about this, because that means something. Because when something is burning in this state, Sam runs towards the fire. That's the kind of person he is. And that's the kind of person we have the opportunity to send to
It's true they don't want
Congress.
actual communism. That's kind of the problem. If they wanted actual communism, then like I don't think the Trump people would have a problem with it. Problem is they want this liberal socialism bullshit. Because it's basically like, help this person out, but don't help everybody out.
To have your future
Give us a free ticket to the fucking FIFA Cup. Don't
money
give a free
or
bus
by
ride to
not
the FIFA
having
Cup
enough
for
of it.
everybody.
He knows what it's like to work 1,000 hours of overtime and still not have enough at the end of the month. After college, Sam dreamed of going to law school.
Well,
But he
Russia
looked at
has
his
their own
student
cult
loan
routine.
debt and realized that he couldn't afford it. And you know, that was the same story that I had experienced. I wanted to go to medical school, but my dad had passed away and my mom was a single mom, and I knew that my
That is
family
what we
couldn't
want.
afford for me to spend years out of the workforce, and that I needed to get to work right away. This is what it means to be a working person in not only Montana, but everywhere. And this is about all of us together. So, like so many of us, Sam went to work, showing up to help
Biden is your
on what is
bat.
often
Everything
the
that isn't
worst
Christian
day of
nationalism or
someone's life.
communism,
And
that's
between
how
fire
politics
seasons,
work.
Sam never
God
stopped
told me.
showing up for Montanans. He worked as an organizer across this state. He went to Helena as an advocate at the state legislature and took on the politicians trying to ban books and gut public education and shut down rural libraries. And I gotta tell you, Montana,
The operations
with what's
comrade.
going on, as we see with AI, they're trying to take the quality out of our
the
public
AI.
education too.
Get the AI out of here. We don't like it here.
Protections.
Trump got golden plane after begging as a Trump, begging
When
as a
Elon
president.
Musk tried to gut the Forest Service and the public land agencies that kept the state running, Ryan Zinke didn't stand up for Montanans.
Who the fuck is Ryan Zinke? Shut up.
But Sam did. As vice president of his union local, NFFE Local 60, we got some members in the House. Sam made sure Montanans knew exactly what was at stake. The firefighters who protect the towns, the rangers who keep our public lands open, and the wages and benefits of working people in every corner of this state. Through all of it, Sam saw what working people in this state are up against. He saw families putting in full weeks of work and still coming up short at the end of the month. He saw parents who couldn't find childcare they could afford or couldn't find childcare at all. And he saw private equity firms buying up mobile home parks across Montana and jacking up the rent on people who had nowhere else to go. And he saw who showed up when everything fell apart. Neighbors, public servants, unions, tenant organizations. Not the corporations who were busy denying the claims, but working people coming together to share what they had so that the entire community could survive. And that is what I have learned is the spirit of Montana. And that's why Sam isn't taking a dime of corporate PAC money. Because Sam knows what happens when politicians start answering to corporations instead of the people they were sent to represent. And I understand the anxieties, especially when it comes to being able to afford a place to live and to feel like
Why is she still yapping?
our ability to have one home is being eclipsed by other people's fourth, fifth, and sixth home. Now, there are some folks that would tell you, Montana,
There's
there's some folks that will tell you that's just the way it is. And that's just the free market. And that's just because that's the value of that property. That's just the way it is. But I want us to consider a different understanding of this. Because I really think that someone values their first home, their only home, a lot more than they value their tenth.
She doesn't care.
A lot more. And I think the value of us not being one paycheck away from the street is way bigger than the marginal tax value of someone's write-off house that I'm sure some people even forget that they have. In terms of how wealthy some people are. And we have to make sure that everyone can just have a shot. That's what this is about. Sam
take
also
away
stands
everybody's
with the
circuit
Montana
property
plan.
because they don't know
The
where
fight
it
to
is.
get corporate money out
Trump
of our
was.
elections. And Montana,
Trump was mentioned on the Epstein files more than Jesus in the Bible, and victims tried to make an FBI report against him. We had the Democrats in office for 8 years with Obama and another 4 for Biden, and yet neither of them released the Epstein files. Why?
if you don't kick money out of politics, we will here at home.
It's amazing to see how her casual logic talking just shatters at the indestructible wall of sheer ignorance and idiocracy of youth.
And it's why this state wrote one of the most populous
She can't even speak, bro.
constitutions in the
What are you
United
talking about?
States of America.
The Democrats were involved with Epstein, so is Trump.
That the rivers and streams belong to the people.
The rivers and the streams belong to the.
Protected.
She's an Indian now.
Ordinary citizens are the foundation of our government, not anyone or anything else. Montana, it was you that etched those words into their constitution.
Wow.
Because you had to.
Just
You
wow.
knew it way back then. You knew it. Because this place is a place. Because a place this beautiful, you have known, has always drawn people who wanted to take from it without ever giving back. And in every generation, this state has had ordinary people here stand up and fight back. It was Montana that took on the railroads that carved up the state. It was Montana that fought mining companies that poisoned your rivers. And it was Montana
Man, who hurt you?
courage to hold the United States government accountable for the
Bullshit.
harm it
I mean, you know that, right? It's
our
bullshit.
Native American brothers and sisters and the land that it took from them.
Bought off money, said this stuff. What about Trump? Who's hilarious?
That shaped this state didn't disappear when the railroads stopped growing or when the robber barons lost their power back in that day, and they just changed shape
How
into
can
this
anybody
one
listen to any
today. The
politician,
fight
Republican or
changed
Democrat?
shape.
They're
It
the biggest
looks
fucking liars.
like what happened to the
Facts,
hospital
Carl,
in
facts.
Big Fork. A
Judge
community
appointed by
losing the
Trump.
care it depended on because somebody in a boardroom decided that Montanans weren't profitable enough, and somebody in Washington decided to cut $1 trillion out of our healthcare system to match. And that is why Sam is
Trump is the
fighting
best.
for
Watch the
Medicare
communists
for
destroy
all.
America. Medicare for all, bro.
Because healthcare in this country should
Even
not
the United
be
Healthcare
a
CEO.
luxury good.
Yeah, healthcare
It
for
should
all.
not depend on whether a hedge fund thinks your town or your life is worth saving. Every Montanan, every American deserves the dignity of health care as a right. Montana, your fight also looks like housing costs rising so high here, right here in Missoula, in Bozeman,
May I get
and in the
delusional cult?
Flathead Valley that teachers and nurses can't even afford to live in the communities that they teach and serve. It looks like workers putting in overtime while the wealth
communism?
they
God.
create leaves town on a private jet. That's the fight. And Sam Forstag has spent his whole
Give me my
life
sickle
on
and
the
hammer.
right
I'm ready.
side of it.
She's doing it. She did it. She got me.
And Montana, I'll tell you something.
What a brilliant lady.
I'll tell you something that we
So
learned
powerful.
back in New York.
So brave.
Second homes can't vote. Third homes can't vote. Fourth homes
That's a
can't
good one.
vote.
That's a good line. That's a good line for that.
But your family, the
Second
five
homes
people
can't
in
vote.
the only
That's a good
home,
one.
in the only house that you call
They
home,
should put that
y'all
on a
can
fucking
vote.
slogan. Second homes can't vote, but y'all can vote. That's a really good slogan right there. Everything else you
So
say
now the
tonight,
question
nonsense.
before this state isn't whether we should send another politician to
fool.
Washington. It's whether we will send someone who will fight. A working person who understands real life, that doesn't need to have it explained to them, but has actually had to make the dollars and cents work at the end of the month. That knows what it's like to jump into the fire, to put your life on the line, to see your family have to consider moving out of town. It is that proximity that gives us the
Ongoing
urgency to
investigation
change
till
things, not
2023.
one day, but now. And Sam has been running toward that his whole life. Look around the room. You are the people who keep Montana running. You are the people who will make sure that these mountains and these rivers and these wide open skies are still here for the
That was a box
next
of rocks?
generation. It
Box
is
of
up
rocks
to
is smarter.
everyone in this
Honestly.
room to make sure
To be honest,
that
Box of Rocks is
years
smarter.
from now,
Box of Rocks
when-
doesn't say much,
when
so
everyone in this country and when everyone
It's not
else
talking
has
like
that
this.
blessed experience of flying below that cloud line, that land is still there, and this place is a place that working people can still call home. And I know that you can do it.
very delusional.
Sam is asking for the
I don't know
chance
this
to
woman.
take that fight to Washington. And I think
Who is this
he
woman?
should have that chance. He is going to the fire the same way that he has gone to the fire here. But he cannot do it alone. The primary election is in 5 days. It's in 5 days. And our responsibility here is to help people believe. Because so often we are bargained down. We are taught to bargain down what is possible for our lives. We've been taught to lower our expectations for things that a generation ago were afforded to every American. It didn't feel like the fantasy that it sometimes feels today, 30, 40 years ago, to be able to have a job, one job, support your family, go on
Yeah,
that
in your dreams you
vacation,
did.
and put
You
some
lost,
money
go
in your
home.
pocket. But slowly over decades, there's been so much work to get the aspirations of working people smaller and smaller, and to see how little
Trump was
we are
very close
willing
with
to
Epstein.
accept.
Yeah.
And
You
this
should go work for
year,
SNL.
this time, this moment, today, is the moment we draw the line in the sand and say enough.
Well, then why the Democrats don't release the files 2019, baby? They're not electrification wardens. Pratt
Ask
wins.
your skeptical neighbor
Pratt
to
should win.
believe.
Is Pratt, when is
It's the
that
only
election?
thing that we have. Our hope is the only thing that creates change. And that's why so many people try to talk us out of it. That's why so many people try to deride it as naive, as out of touch.
June 2nd.
And cynicism gets sold to us as sophistication. I assure you it is not. I assure you it is not. What is very sophisticated is understanding full
Next
well
Tuesday.
the forces that are working against us and deciding to fight anyway.
Next Tuesday is at Mayoral.
We're fighting for our kids. We're fighting for our houses. We're
fighting for our lives.
fighting to have a government.
We're fighting for Yellowstone season 17.
By electing Sam Forstag to Congress. Talk to every neighbor. Make every call. Knock every door.
2014
And let's
or
elect this
24,
man to
100% was
Congress.
rigged.
And
There
I'm
were
so
several
excited to
counties with zero Harris votes, despite multiple hundreds Dems that saying they voted for her. Whoa, crazy. You guys, you get pipes burst too? For you guys too? That's cute. cute. All right, anyway. Back to the game. Third quarter, 10 minutes left. San Antonio still leading 65-58. So it's looking like we might get a Game 7 on Saturday, guys. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy-yo. Poll of the day, 21 minutes in, 58 votes. J.D. Vance clearly going away with it. Back to Mr. J.D. Vance for a minute here.
But I've never told anybody this before. I was sitting in a secured conference room on the phone with our military leadership and our civilian leadership, and that operation hit a bit of a snag. And I think a lot of us were looking around and saying, are we worried here that this is not going to be as successful as we thought it might? But it was an Air Force general who said, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President,
better, Omar,
we've hit some snags, but I promise you, we're still going to get everyone out alive. And that was our great chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane.
Yellow over the place.
So smooth, so confident. And that's exactly what we did, and what we learned is that sometimes Plan A doesn't always work out. Sometimes Plan B doesn't always work out. But the reason why the Air Force and the Space Force are so powerful is because they go from Plan A to Plan B to Plan C, and they execute time and time again. And that's what makes you the best Air Force and the best Space Force anywhere in the world.
Trigger warning, delusional mega people in the chat spewing nonsense because their feelings are hurt. Okay.
But that's the legacy of this academy. Since this institution's first commissioning in 1959, generations of airmen and guardians have carried that tradition through times of war. Some returned home as legends, pilots and crews whose daring would inspire books and films and direct the eyes of countless young Americans to the skies. Others, like the exemplar of your class, gave everything, sacrificing their lives for a nation.
All right, guys, we are in that second hour, so rather than get super boring, we're 13,000 in, 23 minutes into that runoff, 63 votes in, J.D. Vance running away with it. Let's get into some Forza. Forza 6. Fuck yeah. We play one race, and then we do 5 more minutes of politics. And then we do a race, and then 5 minutes of politics. And then a race, and then 5 minutes of politics. Because that's how we play. That's how we roll here now, guys, in hour 2. Got to keep it moving. Best at being idiots, yes. I think he forgets we still have jarheads running around. They don't even recommend more. Mega, the best of the best. Mega's the best of the best demo rats. Horizon Policy. Toyota CLS 94. It's not showing my stats. Smart people don't like me. Number of cars in the garage, 10. I got 10 cars in my garage. Time attack laps completed 2. Alright guys, welcome to Japan.
Welcome back,
right,
Alex.
Let's drive. Let's drive. Get the shit on the road, y'all. Although it's obvious that the real interest is the life of building and construction, so we'd be perfectly happy to let him go do what he thinks he's good at. Exactly. Like if we elected Donald Trump just fixer of DC, and we said somebody else gets to be president, you think that like everybody? I think you would like win with like 80%. They're like, you just get to redo the buildings and unlimited budget. I think you would.
Okay, Alex. I have set your route to the road race event.
Alright. Get ourselves on autopilot. Tesser. It's all computer. It's all computer. That's my life. That's my car. Demorats and BLM. Seriously displaying y'all uneducated? Absolutely, you're correct. Trump needs to be gone ASAP, but unfortunately he's not planning to leave the White House alive. His new update, reinforced bunker, will be designed to let him hide. I mean, that's a wild Democrat conspiracy. Yeah, that he's like building all this stuff so that we can't get rid of him. Like J6 was a real thing, and like, I mean, imagine that. Imagine we like sleeping on all this, and he's actually building a bunker so that like we can't J6 him again. And then the next J6 comes around and he's like, no. And then he has a bunker and he actually does it. Democrats were right the whole time. They were like telling us some wild, mad-out conspiracy and we all weren't listening. Wonder how broken your brain has to be to believe such a delusional shit. I don't know. You can speculate, right? Biden decrepit, why not leave? All right. It's getting in. Buy a recommended car. Oh, shit. I don't even have a car for this race. Do I have enough money? 280. This is 20,000. I think I'm going to buy the most expensive car since I haven't bought a car yet. Avi. I can buy any of these cars. All right, so which one am I going to buy then? 2014 Volkswagen, a 2018 Mirage, Mercedes. Ooh. Hyundai, 2019 Honda, a Ford. Ooh, a 2009 Ford Focus. That's the year I graduated high school. Biden lives in your head rent free. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like I go most days without remembering Biden. Pretty good. Ooh, I like this with the different colors. Oh yeah, different color wheels. Let's do it. Let's buy it. Let's get it on the road. Biden has been a husk for a long time now. Megan needs to find a new scapegoat. Purchase a car from the auto shop. Forza. Start the fucking race. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm getting blown out. What the fuck's going on now? Oh, ouch. My bad for picking a Ford. My bad for picking a Ford. I feel like that's my problem here. Tell me it's not. Here we go. Okay, cut it. Get it. Oh, come on. Here. Cut him. Dale Earnhardt. R.I.P. Kyle Busch. 7th place. 25%. 6th. Bitch. Oh, I'm taking this guy for sure. Little fucking weasel. Get out of here. 5th. 36%. Oh shit. Damn it. 4th. Oh, that was a bad turn. Oh, that's a bad turn again. Fourth place right now. 48%. 5th. Give me. Get out of here. Yes, 3rd. 66%. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, 80. 80%. Come on. Give me him. Give me him. Give me him. Give me him. Good night. It's my race, bitch. 85. 88. 90. Yes. Done! Stop swearing, don't choke. Yeah, he just shows how uneducated he is basically for the whole time. No conspiracy at all. That's how he's building, and that's why it went from $200 million building paid for him by himself to $1 billion throne room with impenetrable bunker below, not going away. Somebody hit this comment. Donald Trump looks like if he was left in an induction fryer for a couple of hours. The underground military stuff was already in place. He's adding onto it. Okay. Hey, bro. When does the stream start? Welcome back! Hi, let's look in her finances banks and see if she is Omar, another dumbcrat, or a dummycrats, please. Took a look, please. Yep, he plans to stay after the next election no matter who wins. Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to Mr. JD.
That would forever grieve.
Well, first, actually, let's look at our poll of the day. 33 minutes into the poll, 27 minutes left, 73 votes in. JD Vance, whopping 70% of the user base, guys. I'm loving you guys tonight. Appreciate it.
Their loss. All these patriots helped write the story of American air power across the most consequential conflicts of the last 60, 70 years. From the skies over occupied Europe to MiG Alley in Korea, to the long years of combat over Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, generations of airmen have served their country with extraordinary skill and professionalism.
Entire thing is?
And now, of course, it is our guardians leading that same mission into space and into cyber. Class of 2026. This tradition will very soon become your very own. Something that gives you credibility, something that people look to you and say, you've got to be impressive because you got on that beautiful uniform, but also something that you are entrusted to protect and to build on for the next generation. In 60 days, you will arrive at your first assignments and realize the distance between training and real-world operations is much shorter than you might have expected. You'll be given tasks that sound impossible, and you'll be leading senior enlisted folks, some of whom joined the Air Force or joined the Space Force before you were even born. But they will look to you for leadership. But you will also arrive prepared. Through world-class academics and athletics of this institution, yes, but most importantly, through repeated exposure to intense fatigue, uncertainty, and responsibility. I love this phrase, no quit, all grit.
It belongs in the
One thing I
Center.
noticed while learning about your stories is how often, despite all your successes, things didn't always go
So he's
exactly
basically
as
saying,
you planned.
get ready for war.
Broken elevators
Commencement
during
speech,
move-in.
bro.
Painting the strips red only to spend the next week mopping them clean after a snowstorm. Speaking of which, snow. Lots of snow in Colorado Springs. Snow during recognition. Snow during culminating exercises. Snow during seemingly every single major event, but you didn't let it stop you. None of these stories are described by all of you bitterly. You just laugh about them. You carry on. You have the right attitude. And that's as good a sign as any
Somewhere, some
that
white
the amazing
trash
education you
are
received
building
has taken root.
goggles to JD Vance.
Most people spend their entire lives trying to eliminate uncertainty. America's greatest military institutions, such as this one, teach you to thrive in it. You thrive in uncertainty, and that's what makes you so lethal. One of the reasons this country invests in institutions like this is because trust, versatility, and fortitude are always important, whatever the weapons and whatever the technology.
He's planning to never leave that
and I think they become especially important the moment reality collides with our best hopes and our best plans for the battlefield.
There's that many delusional cocks on this show?
Cadets, as all of you know, this year our great nation will celebrate 250 years since the founding.
Remember when J.D. Vance and Trump's American
Every new
Hitler?
generation born in the United States inherits a civilization that was built by somebody else, but must be built upon by the next generation.
He sucks. Boo this
man. With your commissioning, that duty passes to you. You know, the general, the superintendent said something to me while you were marching out, and let me just say, for your friends and family, did they look good marching out or what?
There will be rain today, and it's Joe Biden's fault. They lost from the orange sloth.
I knew we had the toughest Air Force and Space Force. Now I know that we also have the best looking Air Force and Space Force anywhere in the world.
JD is the next Mike Pence. Benny got sad he couldn't
But the
walk
general
into
said something to me. He said, you know,
toilets
sometimes I read headlines and it's easy to get sad or depressed about the state of this country. But when I look at you,
Just popped in to
when I
say
look
Trump
at the
and JD
future
are the
of
best
America, I feel great hope that we are and will remain the greatest country anywhere in the world. But with your commissioning the duty to make America the very best it can be, that duty passes to you. And now, class of 2026.
All right. So, back to our poll of the day. 38 minutes left, or 22 minutes left to 79 votes in. 894 days until the election. J.D. Vance taking 68% of the electoral vote. Let's get back to Forza Horizons. Let's play.
Okay, Alex, I have set your route to the dirt race event.
It'll glitch for a second, but that's good.
Higher tier events, you should think
Oh,
about
higher
using
tier.
cars to help you out. Keep your eyes peeled for vehicles for sale.
Making America is a disgrace in the world. JT Trump. Make America Hindi again. That's exactly right. J.D. Vance told everyone that Trump was a wannabe dictator, future Hitler to control this nation, and that washed away when he was promised a VP office with unlimited immunity. Standing for everything against America while being the worst example of a human being in the world of government, DJ Trump. Vance Pence 2028. You guys will see a lag for a second on the video game, guys, but it'll catch itself back up. It's just the flash memory is separating. There we go. Ooh, look at the hot air balloons. That's cool.
A festival engineer working on the radio towers in the area messaged me about an abandoned car. Check the photo.
Excuse me,
Looks
it's
like a Mazda
me.
RX-7.
I swallow for Trump. Word. Alright. Let's get it going. Ooh. Mitsubishi's in this race. Come on now. Oh, shit. Dirt race is not my favorite. I will say that right now. God damn. Gay for Mike Pence. Mike Pence still alive, bro? I don't know if Mike Pence is gay for you anymore. I think he gave up. I think he only looks mother now. Like, mother, I am only for you now. It was really weird that he said called his wife mother. And he actually like said that was cool, and he was like, I'm cool with it. That's fucking weird shit, man. Let's not do that, bro. Oh yeah. What are we at? What are we at? 6th of 12? Lap 1 of 3? God damn, the fucking torque on this though is crazy. It's a crazy fucking track. Oh, get him! Get him, get him, get him, get him, you motherfucker. Get out of here. Well, red motherfucker came in front of me, though. Bitch. Get out of my way. 5th place. Shit. Fucking guy coming back behind me. Oh my god, this is fucking pain in the ass right now. I might not actually win this one. On the final lap. Come on. Just give me top 3 at least. 4 is always awful. Oh, come on, baby. Give it to me. Give me him. I'm going for it. Oh, baby. Almost caught him. This fucker. Shit, I'm gonna lose it. That was it. I can't. I'll pull back on him. Can't make even the slightest mistake on this one. I cut that one up way too early. Alright, there. Alright, that's good. Give me him. Holy shit, it's a tough one. Oh, they're gonna fucking get me. 4th place, fuck. Oh, it's not always easy, is it? American Pride is back. Benjamin Franklin was a liberal, and it went for $200 million ballroom, totally paid for by himself. Trump's 80-year-old brain is mush to a $1 billion throne room paid for by the American taxpayer. Take that turn wider. I know, man. I should have. Fuck, man. That sucks. 4th place. I didn't even get top 5. Didn't even get top 3. The first time I didn't get top 3. And it was telling me to do it. Like, do you want to do above average? Fucking. I'm like, no, motherfucker. Alright, so. back to first. Let's look at the poll. 13 minutes left of our poll. Double tap, hit that like button if you haven't. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Send more people into our poll for the poll of the day, as it is every day. We're going to unpin our 20K at this point. That was a really cool comment Ronnie left, though. That was awesome. And we're at 68% for JD Vance, 32% for Gavin Newsom with 82 votes in 13 minutes left. Let's go back to Mr. JD Vance.
You joined that long blue line at a moment when your nation needs your skill. Your nation needs your adaptability. Your nation needs your discipline, your sense of honor, and your love of your fellow Americans. Now, as a lot of you, of course, know, we are in graduation season here in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of your fellow Americans, most of them civilian, have celebrated or will celebrate graduations during this season, but almost none of them will have your responsibility. Quite literally, decisions over life and death. And if you think about it, that responsibility comes from trust. Your nation gives you incredible responsibility because we believe in you. And this brings me to my final and maybe my most important point. You know, this is the only commencement speech that I'm giving this year, and so I've watched a few highlights of graduation speeches where this or that corporate leader will discuss artificial intelligence, AI, and be met with literal boos. Now, you can't boo me. I'm the Vice President of the United States.
It's true. They are.
But your fellow Americans are understandably, they're worried about AI, about how it will affect the labor market.
It's a good way to address it.
How it will distribute resources, and how it has fundamentally changed how we interact with one another, our social lives. But the thing I worry about most with AI is how it will change warfare. Now, Pope Leo XIV in a recent document encouraged us as human beings not to outsource the most important moral decisions to digital technology. And I want to endorse that sentiment and make it more specific.
Endorse a Pope's
sentiment?
sentiment?
One of you.
He's going right against Trump, bro.
AI will inevitably change warfare.
Stephen Miller and JD Vance made a bit, but baby, and that's
it
me.
already has.
Real college
But
kids
one of the
would
things that
boo
makes
this
Americans unique,
pushing AI.
that
He's
makes
not pushing
you
AI.
as
That's the
warfighters
point.
unique, is that we wage
He's saying
war
we should
justly.
do it as humans, not as
But when
AI.
I say that we, all of us, wage war justly, I mean fundamentally that you must do so. Because you are the ones who execute. You are the ones who lead on the battlefield. You are the ones who ensure that our lethality in war, which is amazing and necessary, it also coexists with our heart and with our conscience. It is an incredible burden to put on your shoulders, but it is one that we entrust to you with full confidence. And if the warfare of the future is to live up to the moral values of our ancestors, decisions over life and death must be made by humans and not
Thank you.
machines.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's kind of against Trump in the Iran war, too. It's a little weird.
So as AI transforms the battlefield, in some ways positively, in some ways not, I ask that you be jealous and selfish about your role as the decision maker in warfare. Use technology to make you better, but never submit to it.
Exactly.
You are the masters of warfare.
Exactly.
And both your minds
Great
and also
fucking
your
way to
hearts
back up that.
are the opposite of artificial.
Uh-huh.
Cadets, 4 years later, you are fundamentally
Better than the
different
AI bullshit
from
the
young
other people
men
are pushing.
and women who first stepped in
Gotta
to the
admit it.
footprints on I-Day.
Gotta admit that every other CEO is reading some AI garbage, pumping up exactly what the shareholders say, which is that it's going to change the world. But I don't think that these youth, these Gen Alphas are booing because they think that it's going to change the world and steal their jobs, which is why I think that these CEOs think they're getting booed. No, I think they're getting booed because they realize this is just Super Google. This is just some stupid little tool. And you stupid idiot millennials and Gen Xers and boomers are being retarded. You need to stop being retarded about AI. JD responding with the correct answer.
You have changed, absolutely. But the world has changed around you. And the mission to defend our United States, no matter what the world may throw at us, remains the same. And so does the deep gratitude that the rest of America feels for you. So the class of 2026.
Trump makes me look dumber every day.
Your country is asking a great deal from you, but it would not be asking it if we didn't believe that you were capable of carrying that duty every single day. So let me say, from the President of the United States and from the bottom of my heart, to this class of cadets who will soon become officers, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you, I love you, and I'll be rooting for you every single step of the way. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Best commencement speech anybody's done so far this month, May. Best one. Better than Trump. Better than other bullshit. I'm woken on AI. AI is retarded. AI is retarded. It's just Super Google, guys. It's just Super Google. Back to our poll of the day. 7 minutes left in the poll. 87 votes in. And JD Vance, 66% coming away with it. What's this all about? Trump was told not to attack Iran. There was a reason for that, and we're now seeing why. Exactly. I agree with that. I could agree with that. Ooh. Let's go. Ooh, I think I'm going to go with the... Yeah, I'm going to have to go, yeah. Ooh, that Porsche, baby. Yeah, obviously. Obviously the Porsche when I can. Obviously the Porsche when I can. Got 4th place last race. That was not fun. What did I get? 4th? 5th. Fuck, man. Yikes. Idiots because Trump is an idiot and he's losing the war. Maybe. Let's check in on the game. What's going on in the game? 92-66. Jesus Christ, they took it away. End of the 3rd quarter. I'm pretty sure that's going to be it, guys. It's looking like we're going to get a Game 7 on Saturday night. 92-66 end of the 3rd quarter. Yikes. Yikes. 56 minutes. 88 votes. Let's take a little gander. We're just going to get a little gander of the Treasury Secretary, Besson. No, that's not what we're going to go to. We're going to go to this. Over here, we had Mr. Talarico. Mr. Talarico did something today, I feel like. For James Talarico, here we go. It's the guy running for Senate.
Cluttered cloud storage.
In Texas, up against Ken Paxton, because Ken Paxton dethroned the incumbent Cornyn, who had been a senator for 20 years.
Everywhere.
So this is a Democrat going for that seat.
Talarico.
Hey, Nacogdoches. It's so good to be here. Are you ready to take back Texas? Are you ready to beat Ken Paxton? Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, all of you, for being here. It is an honor to be in East Texas. There is something happening in the Lone Star State. You can feel it. You can feel it in the air. We are building a movement to take back our state and take back our country. We are uniting Texans onto one team to take on this broken, corrupt political system. We have recruited more than 45,000 volunteers who are doing the organizing work all over this state. We have shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a dime from corporate PACs. And on November 3rd, we're going to do something extraordinary. We're going to end 30 years of one-party rule in Texas and elect a senator who's going to serve us, not billionaire donors.
They think. That's what they think they're doing.
We have forgotten that that's what politics is supposed to be about. Service. Elected officials are not supposed to serve themselves or their donors. They're supposed to serve us. I learned the meaning of service from my great-grandfather, my papi. He was a barber in Port O'Connor, Texas, on the Gulf Coast. And he served this country in World War II in the Pacific Theater. He was a part of the greatest generation.
That's their video, by the way. That's not our stream. That's
not what their country could do for them, but what they could do for their country.
I'm almost confident. Yeah, it's the actual video feed.
Whether he was cutting his neighbor's hair or fighting fascism, Papi was always serving other people. He was a faithful man. He tried to live like Jesus, who, in the words of Scripture, came not to be served, but to serve. Papi's favorite Bible story was in the book of Matthew, when Jesus' disciples are jockeying for position. And Jesus tells them, the rulers of this world lord their power over their people. But among you, it will be different. The greatest among you will be a servant. The greatest among you will be a servant. That is one of the most countercultural ideas in human history. In a world that's obsessed with power, wealth, and status, Jesus is saying that real greatness is serving others. I learned the same thing from my dad, quietly, every Saturday morning. Some of you know that I was born to a single mom who worked overtime at a hotel to provide for me. But the luckiest day in both of our lives was the day we met my adoptive dad, Mark Talarico, the man who gave me his last name, the man who raised me as his own. In a time when there's so much discussion about what it means to be a man, my dad showed me. Every Saturday morning,
Bro's calling dad to a person that's not even
and then
his
he
dad.
would go next door without anyone asking him to, and mow our
Weirdo
neighbor's
don't even
lawn
have a dad.
because she was elderly and a widow. He never talked about it. He just did it.
Bro has a fake dad.
Because that's what a man does. He serves others.
Back in the day, you couldn't even
He
admit
takes
that on politics and be
responsibility.
okay with it.
He does
Is this guy
what's
really running
right
for the pure
even
grassroots
when no one is
funding?
watching.
If so, that's an accomplishment. It's
Our
not.
culture
It's not.
nowadays-
He has full DNC backing. He has full DNC backing, and he had full DNC backing and Colbert, and 3 different super PACs from Hollywood, and a PAC from a PAC sidelining money to fight against Jasmine Crockett in the primary and beat Jasmine Crockett, because Jasmine Crockett was grassroots. So it's crazy. It's like it's another DNC Bernie situation. They put this guy up there. They think that this is their best chance at getting a Senate seat in Texas. Now they're, salivating because they got the actual senator out. But I really don't think you're going to actually get a Democratic senator in Texas. If you were, I think you were better off going with the real one. Going with an actual Jasmine Crockett, going with a real Democrat. But instead, they, fixed the election against her, shut off the polling booths in both Houston and Dallas, where there are predominant black votes after 9 p.m. because, those people actually have to work. And they couldn't vote after 9 p.m., leading to this guy's victory. It's a primary, so it's not a legal federal election. It's just up to the Democratic DNC, and the DNC said he's the winner.
Tells young men that being great means tearing other people down. It means trolling and owning and name-calling. But my dad showed me what real greatness looks like.
Gay!
Poppy and my dad inspired me to serve. And so when I graduated from the University of Texas, I moved all my stuff down to the west side of San Antonio to teach middle school in one of the poorest zip codes.
To serve? You just acted like you were part of the military, and then you said, I became a teacher.
In the entire state of Texas.
Fucking what?
And in my first year of teaching, I noticed something
really
strange.
Shut up. Yuck. Yuck. Shut up. Yuck. 1 hour, 91 votes. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. On this 20,000 subscriber special, Mr. JD Vance pulls away with the victory. 22 wins on. Gavin Newsom, 6 wins on. Marco Rubio, 1 win on. I will see you all tomorrow. But first, we're going to do one more race because I think it's fucking cool. Electric domestics.
Okay, Alex, I have set your route to the road race event.
So if you want to chill with me for one more race, we can. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. I got pissed real quick while this is an auto drive. I'm not going to see this. So he's in the Communist Party. Yep. Part of the DNC. Big old DNC, y'all. Thank you guys once again for 20,000 subscribers. Pretty fucking crazy. Pretty fucking crazy. What's even crazier is we hit 20,000 and now we're way above 20,000 already. What am I at now? Let's see here. 20,063. We've got 63 subscribers since we started this live stream. It's wild. We seem to have a Lost Bubba and Big Bagel Pop 420. They should come back. They're both still subscribed as members. They're Cubans now. They're both Cubans. Come back when they have that Rising Sun flag next year. Realize that they just gave me $30 over a year. I appreciate them. Appreciate you as well, Michael, sticking with us. You're the most dedicated, I think, mod. I think you're the most dedicated mod for sure. I think you've had the most episodes that you've jumped in on. A lot of our foreigners, though, will jump in for 5 or 10 minutes and then they'll jump out again. Electric. Yeah, get a car for this electric. Ooh, what's this little guy? The 1981 Honda Beat. That was the year I was born. Or I got the Sierra Toyota 94. That's a tough one, though. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Beat. This little light blue guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, Lightning McQueen. That's dope. Oh, SpongeBob burger for sure. Oh, dude, look at that. I got a fucking SpongeBob car. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. SpongeBob burger car? Fuck yeah. Oh, I'm ready. Yo, driving the SpongeBob burger. Last race of the day. See if I can get a win out of this one. Remember, I was, what? Yeah, 4th and then 5th. The 5th was a drag race, though. 5-lapper. Five laps, damn. Oh, okay, I gotta chill out here. Gotta chill out here. Oh, this fucker. What a piece of shit. Oh, I gotta do better than 8th, right? Oh, tell me I will do better than 8th. Tell me I'm gonna do better than 8th. Come on, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Seventh. Oh, 6th. Okay. Come on. Lap 3. Yo, this one's for Kyle Busch. I gotta win this one. Gotta win this one for my boy Kyle Busch. Oh, baby. 3rd position. Ow! Come on. Ow! You fucker. You're fucking killing me. You're killing me! Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Come on, baby. Oh shit, that fucker. Lap 4. Ah! Yeah, baby. 1st place. Lap 4 or 5. Oh my god, this truck goes on my asshole. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh no. I missed that thing. Oh no, it like immediately turned me from 1st to 9th. That was crazy. Okay, yeah, I won that. I won that one. I was in first on the end of that lap. Bro almost tried to take my lead lap. Oh, fuck, that fucking truck. Oh, bitch. I got it. I got this. Unless I really fuck this up, I got this. Come on, bro. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Woo! Ah, yeah. Drive like you. You're on the Dan Ryan. Facts. I'm just raising awareness. Penalty points. Yeah, no. When I missed that little flag, I had to pull that one back for sure. All right, y'all. Winner, chicken, motherfucking Dean Turr. Let's see if they give us any kind of weird, crazy shit after this race. Other than that, I think that's the end of the night. Come on, come on. Japanese style next. Okay. Okay. Got my SpongeBob car.
Hey, looks like we're well on our way to the next Horizon Showcase event.
Skills.
Some rumors about.
All right, cool, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by, for having a conversation with me. As always, I am your host, Alex R. Wagner, and this is No News is News. I will see you all tomorrow, 20,000 strong. Appreciate you. Michael, Ronnie, etc. Let's do it. Peace!